Hey y'all, we're back on the Jeep again. This is the one y'all seen us retrieve off the side of the road to drop the drive shaft out of it. But it's got another issue. The cam gear has sheared half the teeth off of it. So the distributor only turns 180 degrees and it stops. So we're going to have to pull the motor out of it to fix the cam and to find out where the rest of the cam gears went. And to put a rear main seal in it. And might as well just freshen up the whole motor while we're fooling with it. But anyhow, let's get busy on pulling it out. I've already got everything dismounted off of it and ready to pull out. So let's yank her and get her tore apart.
So like you said, he's got everything already taken apart and ready to pull the engine up while I was away with the camera. So we're going to pull the cherry picker over here now and see if it will line up well enough across this bumper and the guard here. Not sure if it will or not, but we're about to see. Well,
we got a dilemma. His legs ain't long enough. Yeah, well, I guess we gotta roll it forward so we can get to it from the side. Well, Jack dang darn it, I tell you what.
Well, got the Jeep pushed forward and it's not gonna fit from the side either, so what's the plan? Forklift?
Looks that way.
So we've got to bring it in. It's outside, so we've got to move a couple things around so we can get it in here and get to the Jeep. Well, we've got the forklift inside, as you can see. So we're about to take this engine out. While we've got it in here, we're also going to straighten up all that mangled up wiring that's in there. We're going to get some of that cleaned up for him too.
You telling about we're going to straighten the wiring up on this one too?
Yes.
I thought it would become a wiring shop, don't it?
Something. He's already unhooked the transmission, unbolted it. Ta-da! Got the shimmy shake going on there. Well, that's a whole lot of motor for a little bitty Jeep. It's out, finally. So what's the plan on this one?
I've got to pull a camshaft out of it, put a new cam in it, but in the process, you might as well put new seals in it because it's pouring oil out the back. Rear main seal. So I might as well just put all the new gaskets on it, and I got to pull the oil pan off of it to find out where the front half of the camshaft went. So, pretty much you're going to freshen the engine up. I've got to find out why I broke the gear off the camshaft instead of breaking the distributor. That just that fools me. But won't know until we get it all tore apart what went wrong there.
So right now you're just going to disassemble?
Yeah, we're gonna
Taking the clutch off of it first.
take the clutch,
flywheel.
first plate off of it. And then we're gonna tear the front of the motor apart. Now this thing is a Jeep engine of some sort. I'm not familiar with, I don't remember Jeep motor sizes because I don't do enough of them. But I'll find out and let y'all know just as we
Got a
can.
304 stamped on the block.
Yeah, it might be what it is.
Over here on this side.
It's a boat anchor right now. And if it eats camshafts, it's definitely gonna be a boat anchor. He said this motor had been rebuilt. By the looks of it, it's been a minute or two ago. And that's not a good sign if I see what I think I see falling out of the back of the motor right here. We may have all kind of problems. Yeah, that's definitely not a good sign.
Oh gosh, look at that.
And it's beat egg shaped. That's supposed to be in the back side of the crankshaft. That's your pilot shaft bushing for your transmission. So yeah, we might have just opened up a can of worms.
You're gonna have to get them a 350 to go in it.
Put the LF back in and be done with it. Yeah, that's egg shaped, so it's definitely got problems. Let's see if we got the bolts to bolt this up to an engine stand. And then we will go from
Bad to worse.
there, but that's got the lineup bushings. That means my engine stand ain't gonna work right. Oh, the thrills of fooling with oddball stuff. So yeah, might just sit on the floor and tear it apart and then find a.
Get us a pallet or something to sit it on.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
It's clean on the
round
floor.
something up. It sure is making a mess over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out stock and oil dry.
So we'll get this figured out and we'll bring you back in a minute. Well, we figured it out. That didn't take long.
No, didn't take long at all. Ouch. That took longer to do than
Got a
find the
splinter.
block. Oh, we got the rock arms, the push rods off, the valve covers. Got the intake bolts off, so now we're taking the bolts out the front of it. So the front of it took apart. And then we'll see what the damage is. I'm scared to know. But the camshaft gear is out here, right here behind the water pump in this little extension housing. I gotta pull a harmonic balancer off of it. And it'll be right there in front of us to visualize and cry over. I don't have no short bolts for the harmonic balancer puller, so we got to use these 4,000 foot long. I hope we got enough real estate to pull it off. Because my other puller is
Who knows where?
in the vehicle somewhere. Nobody wants me. Oh, me, that was more like work than everything right there. Maybe we can catch the majority of it.
With what?
Hold on to fill the light then.
We do.
Okay.
Do we have a light we
Well,
can
there's
turn
our
on?
rounded off gear, and there's our wore out timing chain. Yeah. There's a light right here.
Can you reach it?
Probably not.
Look at you. Long arms.
That's been chewing for a minute. And they're gone right there.
I can't tell it from the camera angle, but I can see it.
The timing chain is wore out. Oh yeah, there's up and down movement in the. I don't want to grab that gear because it's full of metal. There's up and down movement in it, so that means the bearing, cam bearings are gone.
So you know what that means.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
It means we just got blinded by the light.
Yes. Blinded by the light. Woke up like a blind person that got blinded with the light. And the heat comes on, and the heat comes on. I used to be a poet. Didn't know it.
Been blinded again by the light.
Well, she's clean and full of rust. That's not nice. I think he might have got tooken if he bought it for the new motor. I don't think that motor is new. Well, I don't think it's not to it. It's not new. So, kids, do you know what this means? See the dark spot in the middle?
I can see it. The camera's kind of glaring on
See how
it.
it's off centered?
Yeah, I can see it.
That
from
means the
here.
cam bearings is pushed. Their cam bearings are not where they're supposed to be. So the cam's not right in the center of the lifter. The circle's off center.
It reflects the light into the camera, so I don't think they'll be able to see. Just gotta take our word for it.
Yeah. Take somebody's word for it. You can see the rust, I know.
Oh yeah.
Ray Charles can see that.
What a mess.
Here's what your fuel pump rod runs on. It's an oblong, it's a keyed cup, and it's not dead center. It's off center, so that pushes the fuel pump rod. Forwards are that way too. Now can y'all see that gear?
Turn the light a little bit that way. There you go.
See the trough in the middle of it? So that was that was where it get to 180 and stop turning. It was walking up on top of the gear.
Not good.
If it would have had a brass gear in it, it would have still done damage, but at least it would have chewed the distributor up and not chewed this up. Dummy change wore slap out. It ain't the worst I've ever seen, but definitely not the best I've ever seen. There's some of our teeth right there. Yeah, we'll have to drop that one. You know there? That means all that's done in the oil pan on the oil pump strainer. I'm gonna leave this like this and see what he wants to do with it. I don't understand where all the rust comes from. Inside the water jackets is clean. They're not rusty, but inside the block is rusty. But it is 2 o'clock in the morning.
Every time.
So when we come back, it will be tomorrow. So I'm gonna work on something else, and we're gonna let this be because there's nothing else I can do to this until we get okay from the owner. Because it's going to have something done to the camshaft. If you look down in there, the cam lobes are purple. So it's been without oil, so that may be our issue. It may have an oiling problem. You see the purple on the lobes?
I don't know if they can on the camera with the light.
It looks like a 454 we took apart.
Mm-hmm. So we'll check with him in the morning and come back to you after we get an answer and figure out which direction we're heading in.
Yep.
So for now,
when we come back, we'll be tomorrow.
all right, we are back to working on the Jeep motor. We went to Summit while we were in Georgia, picked up some parts. There's the Edelbrock camshaft and lifters. Got some gaskets. We got timing set over here along with some other gaskets.
Got the cam gear and the distributor gear. And the reason we got a camshaft is because that one had wiped the lobe off. And I didn't realize it when I first looked at it because I just kind of took a glance at it and considered it all good. But there's one lobe gone. And he said he didn't feel it, so I don't know how all that come about, but anyhow. We got a new camshaft now.
So right now he's about to clean some parts.
We'll put an oil pump in it because I don't know. He said the oil sending unit wasn't working right. So we're going to make sure everything's working this go around.
You already have the pump?
Yep. The oil pump's right there in that little white box. Oil pump goes right here on the AMC motors. This is a 304. And they're hard to find parts for, believe it or not.
Summit didn't even have one thing we were needing for it.
Yeah, header gaskets I ain't found yet. I found manifold gaskets, but I cannot find header gaskets.
The thing was a little dirty, wasn't it?
Just a little bit.
So he's gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep scraping on get the old gasket off here. So got the towels down in the middle so it doesn't go down in there, and then once we finish scraping, then I'll vacuum everything out and make sure it's all clean. So I guess we'll set you up on the tripod for a minute while we continue with the engine.
He was told when he bought this, the motor had low miles on it, so we don't really know anything much about the motor.
Ooh.
But we do know if you splash gas everywhere, to go everywhere.
That's why I wear these. Didn't make it quite that far. I always get stuff in my eyes no matter what I'm doing, so not today, I hope.
You gotta use the squints.
No.
Yeah.
Thing sure does.
I think we just got us a Duke's mixture of different companies. There's Driven engine oil.
We get a used cam.
Oh no, but right there is where the grind stopped. You can see a definite line in it.
I can see it from over here. We got a defective part.
Same thing right there.
Can you feel it?
No.
Well, if you can't feel it, shouldn't be an issue then. Put an extra, no drip formula on it.
Yeah.
On those cracks.
Put extra, what did I get? $400?
Yeah. What in the world you break out there? Let's zoom in.
The camshaft is spooled from each end. It's not spooled from the center. So it's got a alignment pin that goes here and an alignment pin that goes in the butt end of it. In that hole there. And it spins in a lathe. And that lathe is what grinds these
To the specific.
to the center of this. So the cone that goes there centers this up, and then this is ground center to it. But when they quit grinding, they're supposed to feather it out, polish it off. And this one here looks like they just stopped it halfway. But it don't have where the line is, it don't have a low spot in it, so.
Leave it to us.
Them's going to be smaller because
to give the seconds.
the steps down on each journal. As it goes down, it gets smaller. I'm going to install it. If it goes bad, they'll just be paying me labor for taking it back apart.
That's not what they do.
That's what they're going to do.
They'll just send you another one. That's what they did on our Suburban, Yukon.
Yeah, the cam on the Yukon, they made it all the way to Florida. And the lifter started clicking. Which I called them and they sent me another one. Still. You got to replace head bolts, head gaskets, all on one of MLS motors.
We need to set up like our buddy at Hillbilly Garage has got, don't we? For engines.
Run stand.
Yeah. Y'all go check out his channel. We're gonna give him a call soon and might even meet up with him. He does a lot of engine builds. He and his wife.
Just steps down, so the front bearing is going to have a bunch of tolerance in it. And right at the end, I'll take and pull oil down where the journals open up in the block before each one of these. Because the oil, as you push them through the bearings, it wipes the oil off of them. Or grease, whatever you want to call this, assembly lube. So, once I get it stuck in, right before I stick all these final time in the bearings, I'll drop some oil down in front of them. It has been several hours, so we've been letting the lifters soak while we have been gone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of my lube, I put some on my bearings. I put some on the camshaft lobes whenever I put them in my bearings. And you do that by, right here there's a reveal hole. And you just put a little bit of grease on them. So I'm going to put this, remaining of this, in where my lifters go. And then when I stick my lifters down in the holes, I'll wipe a little bit on the bottom of it as it passes through. And I'm going to use my STP as well. But I always take and put STP down in your lifter holes. If it ever come out. And this was a running motor, it just ate the cam gear up where the distributor goes. Because he put a foreign design distributor in it. And the tooth on the distributor gear was too hard. And normally I would pour my transmission fluid down in the motor, but we're going to change the oil, so I'm not doing that yet. The camera lady's editing y'all the videos, reason she's not out here right now. That's a full-time job within itself. And if you pour your transmission fluid down into the top of the motor, you'll wash your assembly lube off the camshaft. So don't ever do that. Always pour it through your valve covers. But I'm not doing it right now anyhow because I'm changing oil. After you get your lifters in, it's always best to take and turn the cam over by hand. And then apply a little more of either your STP or assembly lube, whichever one you use. Now we got to get our keyways out of here. Sticking a new camshaft. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but that there is the lobe. It flattened out. See, one beside it's got a high arch to it. That one there is gone. But he said he didn't hear no change in the motor, so but he could have done it before he got it. And that's when he didn't hear no change in the motor. And you gently want to tap your roll pins in. You don't want to beat them in because you'll bar the side of them up. Alright. The new timing chain. And I know you can't see the gear that good, but you can see the center of it's gone where it ate the distributor ate the camshaft gear up. So that's trash. That's your eccentric that works your fuel pump. Goes on the camshaft and it's oblong, so every time it comes around, that's what makes the fuel pump arm pump fuel up. This here is our Summit Performance Timing Chain. Also, if you put a little assembly lube on your timing gear, it'll go on a whole lot easier. Just like so. We will be going tomorrow and getting us some lights for the shop. I didn't want to spend $25 a bulb, but looks like I have no other choice. So we're going to put a little assembly lube in the center of it, so it'll go on a lot easier. I'm thinking I'm going to have to back off. I think I'm going to have to pull that pulley right there back, because I forgot this was a square fit. Let's get a brass hammer, but I already know I got to pull the crankshaft pulley back off. And if you have a brass hammer, that's what you always want to use on any of your engine components. You don't want to hit them with a steel hammer. All right. Now we just need that. There is who made the distributor gear and the camshaft gear. And they're supposed to be on the same pitch, and that's what happens is the distributor, when you get a foreign made distributor, the angle of the gear drive is just a little off, and it's off just enough to do what it did to this one, just chew the gear up. Get that installed. That's the right way. Like I said, we're going to put assembly lube on everything. That way it has a chance of surviving as much as you can make it survive. I'm going to put a little blue Loctite on this too. I don't think I had none on it before. I'm going to have some on it now. So let me grab some mint. I'll be right back. Let it be sitting up, doing what it's going to do. If you don't use a seal installer on this, it passes all the way through, so you'd be knocked it all the way through to the timing chain. So, make sure you use a seal installer on it. If you ever had the pleasure of working on one. We're going to install our oil pump now. Yeah, it's right there in that box. This one's easy to do. It's on the outside of the motor. So if the oil pump goes bad, you can change it without tearing the motor down. So I guess that's a plus, if there is a plus. Something caused that to chew that cam lobe off. something like that don't just happen. So either they didn't break the cam in right when they built the motor, or who knows, because these are not adjustable rockers. You just torque them down and that's it. Oh, and in the camshaft, the dampener bolt torques at 55 foot-pounds, and then you turn in an additional 120 degrees or something like that. Anyhow, I didn't realize the camera wasn't on when I did that, but y'all missed that. We'll just sit here and drive for a few minutes, then we'll stick it together. But that's what it looks like. You just have two gears that run together, and they run off your distributor shaft. Right there. Yeah, them's got some miles on them. So them haven't been replaced. But we're going to take care of that right now. Alright. So what we're going to do, put a little STP down in there. You can tell how cold it is. See how long it takes for this stuff to work. Put that on your shaft. Put a little bit down in the hole where the shaft goes through, the actual drive part of it. And then put a little bit on your gears. Because this is what actually makes oil pressure. Is these two things rubbing together. Squeezing oil. Between them. Let me put this one in first. Just like so. Now we'll change spring out.
Gloves on this can. It's too big.
These torque at 20 foot-pounds.
Are you just checking to make sure none of the push rods are bent and stuff like that?
That, making sure all the valves are opening.
Open.
Then go back and retorque. Because these are non-adjustable. They torque down the bolt bottoms out and that's it. We got a sandblaster, bee blaster cabinet out there we got to go get out because we got a bunch of parts. It's fixing to have to be bee blasted. She gets to try out her new
My new birthday present. New welder from Harbor Freight.
Instead of putting an O-ring on that, they just filled it full of silicone. Things that make you go, what the? French toast.
And I've always wanted to try pinstriping. So for Christmas, along with a whole complete art set, canvases, paints, you name it, I got a pinstriping set. So haven't tried that out yet, but I can't wait to.
Yeah, so when she gets good at it, when we're at car shows, she can pinstripe your car for you.
don't know about that. Like, just wait until tomorrow, clean the engine and the intake, paint it.
Yeah, that's about all we're gonna do on this video for this tonight.
It's about midnight, probably after.
I still got work to do, but nothing y'all gonna see in this video. There'll be another video.
When we come back, it'll be
Tomorrow.
Well, when we left you last night, we said it would be the next day, but it's actually the next night. We had a lot of running around to do, and are just now getting back and getting this thing pulled out of here so we can wash it in the dark. So we're gonna get this finished up before it gets any colder, get it all pushed back in the shop, and we're gonna continue working on the motor. Well, we've got the donor Jeep pulled inside. We're gonna be taking some parts off of it. We're gonna use the timing chain cover, harmonic balancer, might use those stainless steel brake lines, and we're gonna be taking out the rear end and the front end and putting it in the blue Jeep. So, getting this taken apart now so that we can push this back outside and get everything ready to go on that one. We're still working on the motor. Some more parts came in today for it, so we're going to get those installed after we finish up with the donor one.
Well, we got the oil pan off. It's full of garbage. The drain plug stripped out. That's always nice. But I think what I'm going to do is weld the drain plug hole up and then drill it out, tap it. Somebody's recently been in it because it's got gray RTV. It's got a newer style gasket on it. As you can see. So, it just wasn't addressed when it was in it last. But that's fine, we'll take care of it. Ain't nothing we ain't done before. And do it again, well. Strainer ain't even tight. So that's not good. That caused it not to have oil pressure right there because it'll suck air through the threads. Keeps getting better. Don't put thread sealer on these. That has nothing on it. Clean as a whistle. Some cases, that's filthy as a whistle. Alright, we've got issues with the oil fan. The drain plug is stripped out. And it just keeps screwing and screwing and screwing and screwing and screwing. So what we're going to do, I took a washer off of a shock and I threaded it with the same thread as our drain plug. No more lost motion. But there's a bung in there, threaded. It's a little raised surface. It's got threads in it, right there. So what I've got to do is I've got to flatten that down. To grind that down flat, and then I can weld my washer. From this side, I'm going to have to grind some of my washer off, looks like. Make it work. So, let's see what it's going to take to do this. think I'll have to get to it with a little belt sander. Because I don't think that'll get in there. No. So we're going to use this little here job. Don't scratch paint. No. Next option is the Zismo, wherever it is. There it is. We've got options now. If that don't work, I'll go ahead and grab this thing. Maybe get somebody's eyes on camera. So y'all put your safety glasses on. This is just a grinding rock on the end of a straight grinder. Alright, that wouldn't fit in there. She had to get some earmuffs. So once she was gone, I put a new belt on this. I don't know why I haven't bought one of these before now. That's the handiest little thing. That was just 80 grit and it ground it down. So now I gotta fit this. Yeah, I got to grind about a 1/4 inch off the bottom of it. Like I said, that's just a thick shock washer. Come off the shocks on the white truck, matter of fact. The 94 that we lowered. This is going to be hot, and I know it's hot, but I'm going to wind up grabbing it before it's over. Everybody guarantee it. And thanks to Harbor Freight for our new Spangle shop tools. Alright, like I said, I want to grab it before it's over. Just because what I'm going to do is screw this all the way down tight where I know it's centered to home, and then we're going to weld it. Yes, I realize this is not the proper tools, this is what I had on hand. I want to make sure it's tight because you want to make sure it's pulled flush up against as tight as you can get it before you weld it. Or right before you strip it off. Whichever comes first. That's pretty good, don't it? All we're going to do is just tack this washer to the base that's in there. That's a little bit overkill, but at least I know whoever fights with it next time I have problems getting it out of there. Alright, that's welded. We're going to put the drain plug back out. While it's still hot, if you're running in and out a couple of times, gotta make sure all the metal pulls together. Because from the factory, that flat tab's not oil proof, it's just tacked in there with 4 tacks itself. At least we have threads now. For some reason when you weld something, it's just irresistible about wanting to touch it. Alright, now I'm going to take my flapper wheel and kind of dress that up just a little bit. I may take my sander, because I don't want to rough it up too much. And you can see right there where the 4 spot welds from the factory was. We're gonna go ahead and put a gasket on it and stick it back on. And throw some paint at it.
Well, here's the engine. We got it painted last night. Got some of the parts put back on it. Got the motor mounts. And while it's drying, we're going to go ahead and switch out the front axles. Already got started on that. Also painted just the inside of the frame here where the engine's going, just to clean that up a little bit. And we're still going to switch out the rear end off of this one here, and this is also the front axle that's going on the
Now we're going to put, these brake lines are stainless steel, so we're going to switch them out because these are been spliced together and got rust places in them.
So we're moving right along with it.
Yeah, full makeover. Maybe he can drive and enjoy it. But these are braided on here, but the brake lines are steel. Those are stainless, so we're going to switch them out. Just go ahead and give it all the upgraded mods.
Might as well.
And this here, when they jacked it up, that lower control arm that goes from side to side rubs on the leaf springs.
That's not good.
What you're supposed to do is taper, either put heim joints in or either use a taper drill bit to drill this out. That way you can put that on top, and that way it won't rub no more. But they didn't do that, so
See that one on the bottom.
it's rubbing the leaf spring every time you turn. So we got to repair that. You can also fix it by putting a shim in there, but that does away with you jacking it up. If you put a shim in it, then you're lowering it back down. So the proper way to fix it is to put a heim joint in it. But I don't know quite yet which direction we're going with. If we're going to go with a heim joint, or if we're going to go so just as soon as we figure that one out, we will let you know on that. Might have to get pickle fork a hold of that. Oh. Or the ball joint tool if you don't know what a pickle fork is.
And we just released the video of the Blue Mule and Big Bird catastrophe. So thank y'all who have commented, and even a couple of subscribers, but YouTubers have called and commented as well just to check on him. So thank y'all so much for watching and checking on him.
Close-knit community. YouTubers and car club people. They all look out for each other.
And we do appreciate it.
We're proud to be part of it.
I guess we're going to continue disassembling, and I'm going to go cook some supper.
That sounds good.
I didn't tell you what we're having yet.
Still sounds good. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything
It's past
sounds
supper time.
good
so
to my belly.
we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we got the front axle out from under the Jeep. Already got the replacement one out of this Jeep. There's the old one. And already have this one cleaned up and painted. So he's waiting on me to help him get this over here so he can get started installing it.
And then we got new stainless steel brake lines installed. Shine down there and show them that.
Maybe you can see it. So it's about 1 in the morning. So I guess we're gonna at least get this put in tonight. And
There was only 2 lug nuts holding that aluminum adapter on. And there was 3 lug nuts holding that aluminum adapter on. So if all this wouldn't have transpired, he would have wrecked and totaled this thing out. Probably. So I don't know who worked on this thing, but they didn't do a very good job of making sure everything was tight and put back where it was supposed to be. Well, it's just whoever built the Jeep, because the Jeep, the build of it's just pieced together. And we got to fix the wire, and I got to rewire everything under the hood. So we got to do that. There's the motor. It's got an Edelbrock cam in it. We got to break the cam in and do all that good stuff. Had to take the oil pan off of it, which y'all seen, and had to weld a drain plug nut on it. So it's just been exciting. This is one of them jobs that was going to be small and just kind of snowballed. But that's par for the course. If they were all easy, everybody would want to do them, right?
sure.
So let's get this thing jacked up and off these jack stands and back under that thing.
Let's do it. Okay, we have made a little progress since the last video clip. Got the front axle installed and hooked back up. Got the engine back in it. And it's hooked back up to the transmission as well. Now he's going to be putting the intake on, finishing it up. So,
I'll relax finishing.
being just a little busy.
And it's easier to work and not video. That way you ain't got to stop and explain stuff. You just do it.
Just do it. We stayed out here until what, about 4:30 yesterday morning?
Yeah, this morning.
Well, this morning. See, I'm confused.
Yesterday morning, because it's 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the same routine as all the rest of them. Put your thread seal around your bolts, put your bolts in your intake. Stuff y'all seen us do 100 times.
But we did get to have a little break this afternoon and got to go eat dinner with Roger and Mary for his birthday. So we had a good time. Came back, changed clothes, and went to work.
Yep, happy birthday again, Mr. Roger. I poked a hole in my britches one time right there.
I found him a little butt plug to put there.
Try not to do it twice.
So we're just going to get this all hooked back up and we'll bring you back when we make more progress on it.
Now we got a motor and all installed. Now we got to do something with all this mess. That's tack wire. You just tape together. Temperature sensing unit. And that's power wire for the distributor.
And that's taped together too, isn't it?
No, it's got a butt connector on it.
Oh, okay.
So, best thing going to be to do is to take and just Got those crap loose. And we're just gonna build a wiring harness for it. We're not gonna order nothing.
While he's taking that apart, I'll show you. We got the tires back on it. So, got that much done too. We've still got to switch out the rear axle.
We got more lug nuts on it than what it came here with, so that's a good thing.
That's a plus.
We're going to do something about the accelerator cable because they've got it looped around and it's got resistance in it. So when you mash the accelerator, it don't want to spring back right away. So we're going to have to fix that.
So how much of all of this is coming out?
Probably all of it. The only thing that's used is the lights and the wiring to the starter solenoid. It looks like the starter solenoid has been hot because that wire is burnt. And that wire limb is brittle, falling apart. So
This one's
about it.
about to break.
All this over here. I don't know what all it is. But I guess we're fixing to learn. It is a menagerie of stuff going to the front of the vehicle. I guess all that right there. All them fog lights and all.
Could be.
Yeah, they're just wires added and wires added.
So what are you doing now on this side?
We'll move the starter solenoid over beside the battery. Now I'm putting up the heater hose bracket, that holds the heater hose up off the exhaust. I removed the voltage regulator. So it's no longer interference with nothing. So just cleaning it up, making some subtle changes.
So what's left? You just got to make up the wiring harness you said you was going to fix for it. Once you get everything in the correct location.
And changing what we can around to make it look more presentable. This is the power wire, so we need to have some type of red identification on it. That way people won't think it's the ground wire. So I'm going to take and put heat shrink on both ends of it, so at least it'll be recognized as a red wire, maybe. Oh, golly. You can tell it's been hot before, see how it's knotted up?
Mm-hmm.
You cut off, at least there'll still be some red part there. And then this here, I'll usually cover up some of that spade in because it's running right beside that metal. There it goes. It's going to be running right there beside that, so. And it don't stay red when you heat it up, it turns whatever color, but at least it gets the point across. Alright, I'm gonna run this. And I gotta run a wire from the alternator to here. Because I'm gonna use this as my power supply instead of having wires run everywhere. And we don't have a battery right yet, so I don't know which side the battery's gonna come out on. But at least doing this way, it leaves it open to options. You can have one with a positive up here and a positive right there. So we're going to do away with that. Some people despise wiring. I ain't saying I love it, but I like to make stuff look neat.
That's neat.
That's neat.
Everything except your shop.
That there can go to the dump. Don't really know what it does.
I'm still connected over here.
I guess it would go inside for the amp gauge. So they had it hooked to the alternator, that to the alternator, and then that was hooked around the
Oh gosh. That looks sketchy.
Solenoid.
Y'all see that?
So we definitely don't want none of that to play no more.
No.
But we do know this was a charging wire, so this will hold on to it. They don't look bad. This is initial switch. I go to the distributor.
You want me to get some tape so I can label them
Yeah.
as you sort them out?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I got this.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that before too. As you went flying over Big Bird. Sorry. Notice he didn't laugh on that one.
And this here, we step up in size of wire, and then we step back down. So we need to do away with that.
We're excited for Devin to be coming up next week. He's going to get started on the 69 Chevy y'all saw in the previous video. The restoration of it.
So now then we got to go across and over. You got to have some wires seen. There just ain't no way around it. But I like to have them hidden out as much as I can.
Getting harder to do stuff with them arthritic hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know I've got it in my left hand bad, so sure does hurt.
Yeah, y'all enjoyed the builds this year, because I think after this we're probably going to not be able to do many more. My body just ain't doing well. It ain't with just the extracurricular Batman activity, it's with just life in general.
Well, let's check out the wiring he's got finished. That looks a lot better. Are you finished with it?
I'm finishing.
Finishing? Oh, I see you stuck a battery in it.
Pretty much done up under here. I got to go start on the inside now. I moved the starter solenoid from the fender well, put it beside the battery box. Then I ran all my hot wires, those necessary hot wires, to the solenoid, my battery side. Put a bolt in my heater hoses to get them up off the manifolds for the headers. Got the plug wires over here looped around the steering column. That way they won't rub on the steering shaft, because before they were laying on top of it. So now they got clearance all the way around them.
Nice. Well, that looks a whole lot better.
Got the fog light wires segregated from the headlight wires. That way if something goes wrong, they don't burn the headlights out of the truck. I got to clean that up there.
Well, that was smart. So you just got to fix the wires that's here
Yeah.
going to it. Yeah, see, they ran up under there.
Cleaned up a little bit. But everything under here is buttoned up.
All right.
But it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to try and crank it.
Thank you very much. So, what
But
are
it's
you
got oil in it.
doing next?
Brand new motor. It's got oil in it. Well, ain't brand new motor. It's brand new. Got a new cam, lifters, oil pump, timing chain. Top end fresh rebuild. Waiting on header gaskets. They should be here by the end of the week, hopefully. And I got to do something about the accelerator cable. They got it coming out of the firewall and looping around and going to the carburetor. I made a bracket so you get all your accelerator linkage out of it. So I made a little tab right there for that. But the only thing is this coating's turned loose. You can see it right there floating. It's turned loose inside the cable. So the gas pedal don't spring back like it should. And that ain't a good thing because that'll lead to a wide open throttle. Yeah, it's coming together. We got to switch the rear end out in it.
Are you doing that tomorrow?
Yeah. Or today.
So that'll be our next adventure. We'll be switching out the rear ends out of the parts Jeep over here. Gotta bolt that one back in the front so it will roll. We don't have to hook everything up though, just as long as it'll roll back up on the trailer.
Well, that's why I didn't tighten it up, because it's stripped out. Everything on this thing's been a pain. She was doing videos. So y'all didn't get to see it, but they wasn't but 2 lug nuts holding that front wheel on the driver's side.
That's crazy.
It's got a 3-inch adapter on it. So the only thing holding that 3-inch adapter on was 2 lug nuts across from each other. Then the tire was held on with 4 lug nuts, which it still is. I ain't got a lug nut for it, but that don't matter about the 4 lug nuts. But the adapter side of it, that would have killed him. But we had to reconfigure the steering on it. Got all that done. But he says it's got a torque to it when he takes off. But we're going to put that rear end up under it and drive it and see what it's doing before we try and correct that. But it's closer now than what it was. That's your temperature sending unit and your oil sending unit tube. I coated both of them. The temperature sending unit was ran out over there and just ran across the motor. But it looks a lot cleaner now.
It does. Looks great.
There's not wires running everywhere.
Very nice. He will be very happy.
But it's got new brake lines, as you can see. Yeah, just waiting on the header gaskets. Some that didn't have them. They've got regular manifold gaskets like this, but they don't have header gaskets. We needed the kind that has a copper infused. Yeah, my brain don't work.
Yes.
High performance gasket. Yeah. Because just a regular gasket like that, that's got these fender well headers, so they're going to constantly have torque on them, so you're going to blow them. So them things there, they don't last. Well, you can see that one there, it's blowed in 2 different places.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him to get some good ones. But anyhow, we can crank it up. I got the manifolds bolted, the headers bolted to it, so it could be cranked up if we had to. It'll just smut the side of my freshly painted motor up.
Well, let's not do that.
Got antifreeze in it, but it's got to crank it up and let it circulate and make sure it's got enough in it. So let's go in here and sit in the massage chair for a little while, and we'll bring y'all back whenever we start changing. Well, I got to bolt that front end back in that truck. So we'll bring y'all back when we start changing the rear ends out. So when we come back, it will be later today. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock, so later today. So see y'all in a couple hours.
Well, it's the next day. Same day, actually. We stayed up until about 5 a.m. and it's about 8 p.m. now, so it's the same day. You got me all confused staying up these late hours. I am not a night owl.
You're not a night owl?
I'm not.
Nah.
So, while I have been in there trying to get a video uploaded, he has got the parts Jeep over there turned around, already got the rear end out from under it. He put the front axle back in before he switched it around, and now he's got this one out. What else have you done?
Got the rear end out.
I said that.
Putting a brake strap on it to keep it from vibrating and tearing the brake line off of it.
Now, what issue did you find? You said there was only 2 bolts holding something on back here before I started videoing.
The U-bolt was loose on this side. You see the wearing on the pad right there?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was his twisting. He said the rear end was twisting. I think the reason it's twisting because it was loose.
Oh, goodness.
He bought it this way. But he said the guys where he bought it said the Jeep was in the shop at least once a month.
It may have been in the shop, but nothing was being done to it.
Yeah. You don't know what shop you take it to. You need to stay away from that one. Well, that's fine. We'll fix the problems. Just another day in the office for us.
Look at you getting it on 2 wheels over there. So this is the replacement one? Don't tear up the new jack. This is the one that we're using?
Yeah.
Okay, well I thought you were still taking... Okay, well see.
I done that.
You done that.
It's just today's news.
Well, excuse me.
Today in this here, run over my jack with milk truck. Oh.
Yeah. It's hung on the... whatchamadoodle over there.
Can you slide this in there when I pick that up?
Possibly.
Huh?
Nothing.
Squeeze?
I said possibly. My knee locked up.
Yeah, I think you need to consider retirement too. Then we just need to go to the old folks home.
Oh,
Check in.
going to Florida. 55 and up, but we ain't 55 yet.
Come on.
Bring you back in a minute. Got the rear end, the drive shaft, everything hooked back up now and put in place. Now he's going to be working on the inside a little bit. Going to try to clean some of these wires up and get that looking a little more organized and neat. So what's the plan? How are you planning on rerouting some of this?
I don't know. We got wires running everywhere, so we're going to do something different. Yes, them go that light up there. So yeah. We're going to try and conceal some of these into these roll bars. That way they're not just hanging out here. And then this up under here. Yeah.
Do you have to do this?
Well, he asked me to see what I could do with it, so. And we've got a red wire running up here, pinched off in the windshield, so I don't know what it goes to.
Well, now, everything that you had to switch out for the motor, Is it already connected up here?
Yeah, the motor's ready to run, but we got to get manifold gaskets, header gaskets. They should be here tomorrow or Wednesday. So while I'm waiting on them, I'm going to go ahead and do all this stuff because I don't want to crank the motor without the headers on it. All right, we're going to see if we can get this here straightened up. I'm going to run these down through the roll bar instead of down the side of the roll bar. Then we're going to see if we can straighten these switches up and get this cleaned up. I got to change this windshield out, the whole thing. I got a new windshield, new rubber and all, so I got to change it out. So let's get to work on it. I got to.
Okay, well, it is the next day, and we have a celebrity guest here today.
Howdy.
This is Noah,
Nice to meet you.
and they're putting the windshield in the Jeep today. They've got the other frame, or whatever you want to call it,
Other windshield on the back of that one.
off, and over there on the parts Jeep.
Put the front drive shaft in. We got the brakes bled last night when y'all wasn't looking, or this morning when y'all wasn't looking.
Mm-hmm. Did that after the electrical work.
Yep.
Now, did you finish up that?
Hadn't finished electrical work, but you can show them the box where we mounted it.
He's fixed that little box there, took out the ashtray.
We got the ashtray and the cigarette lighter, and we're gonna put the switches right there. That way they're not in the way of the gear shifter, your feet, or nothing.
And he'll have a cell phone charger right in the center.
Yep.
He said he didn't need the cigarette lighter. He just wanted to.
And we cleaned these
charge
wires
phone.
up last night, ran them down the roll bar, so they're out of sight, out of mind.
Supposed to have a snowstorm coming, so I'm packed and ready to go south. But we need to get this Jeep out before it does snow.
Yeah, that way we can try it out. In the snow.
Well, that's possible. You can, because I'm going to be at the beach.
I hear you.
But anyway, we'll bring you back in a minute when they get the windshield put in.
All right, well, let's get the windshield put back in this thing.
Ready?
Not really. There's a start.
Well, we'll let them get this finished up and bring you back when they start something else.
Well, all right, y'all, we're back. Finally got the exhaust manifolds on, so we're gonna see if we can get it cranked up and running for the first time. And we're gonna break the cam in. Let's see if it's got any fire in it. All right. Ain't bad. First kickoff. All right. Timing's off on it.
You see it pouring gas out of the carburetor
Where at?
on the bottom.
Oh, that's not nice. Accelerator pumps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, should have been in my pan off intake. Alright, let's see what we do now.
No, it's not doing anything.
Yep. No, they're still pouring like crazy. Oh, gotta take the carburetor off of it.
Always something.
He can ride down the road with his hair blowing and wind with the radio wide open. Sweet grin.
You had the radio blaring yesterday in here.
Yeah. Noah was dancing. He was break dancing.
Yeah, he was.
We took off and bring y'all back when we get this deciphered out. All right, y'all. We're gonna see if it'll fire up. We got a used accelerator pump out of another carburetor and put in this one, so let's see what it does. Fire and hold. I think we're firing a little too before we're supposed to be firing. All right. Gonna have to move the wires around on the distributor. And we've got an oil leak coming from somewhere.
Well, we found out that the oil leak was coming from the gasket on the oil filter housing, so he's got that fixed, so that was a minor issue, thankfully. He's about to crank it up now, pull it outside, and break the cam in. You need me to get you a ladder. But we're gonna pull it out, let it run, and break the cam in outside of the shop here.
Never gonna be old folks. We can't do stuff like this no more.
Goodness, never thought I'd see the day that he'd have to have a step to get in. But we're moving slow today. I've had a migraine. All of his joints are hurting. I guess it's from this snowstorm and ice storm that's moving in. Although it's nice and sunny out here today, but it's supposed to change drastically tonight and tomorrow. I hope it's for long. Here we go. Head on off to Windrock without us. Too cold out here for me to be standing out here watching him play.
got a terrible dead spotter. Stitch your stopwatch, so I'll know how long.
Alright, so it's been out here running. We gotta idle it back down, and then we're gonna pull it back in the shop.
Still got 70 pounds of oil pressure and it's at 110 degrees. Which is 40 degrees outside or something.
Probably.
Let's idle it back down and get pulled. Alright, let's get it pulled in the shop. Where's more?
You gotta move your
Runaway block.
wheel top there.
I did that game Parker Brothers.
I am really surprised at you for doing that.
Well, I had to sit out here with nobody around. I
I'm
didn't want to
proud
get
of
it done
you.
somewhere.
He never does those kind of things. I always mention them. Watch your head.
Well, I get Parker Brothers. So we're gonna put it back in the shop. All right, y'all.
Whoops, sorry.
That's another one in the books.
Wait, old man, you gotta get your step stool.
I gotta get my leg out.
I'm laughing, but I would do the same thing.
Well, there's another one in the books from graveyard to highway. So I guess he'll be glad to get this back just in time for a snowstorm. So it might get its test drive here this weekend. Well, hey y'all, welcome back. This is Greg, the owner of the blue Jeep here. So we're presenting him with his ride back today. He was ready to shoot it and scrap it all at the same time. After I left him stranded on the side of the road, and I left him sitting in the hot sun for about an hour because we was somewhere else. But anyhow, it's back and running. Got some charging issues. The alternator has decided to do not alternator things. But anyhow, we're going to let him drive it. He can drive it without the alternator working. And we're going to sticker slap it since it's got stickers all over it. I think one more would be more than presentable. So, was the wiring and everything what you wanted?
Oh Lord, yes. Well, the only thing I'm missing out that big bundle of wires ain't gonna have to keep my feet warm.
Yeah, he can't keep his feet warm now because the rat's nest is gone out among the dash. So I mean, hey, can't have everything, right?
But this is awesome, Thomas. Thank you. I mean, I was getting ready to burn this thing to the ground.
It was a challenge. Don't build 304 engines. I'll go ahead and tell you that now.
Yeah.
You can, but you won't find parts for them.
Let's put a 350 in it and be done.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the hood shut on this thing, and we're gonna sticker slap him and send him on his way. We got to run the rotten gas out of it. It's kind of got a little bit of a stench to it, but you ain't gonna be smelled on camera. Lucky y'all.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful place right there.
Right there.
My shoulder won't let me wipe the car off. That's bad. Come on, man. My eyes
Nothing's working.
having problems. My eye and the eye on the sticker too.
Is that a hot pink one?
Yeah.
No, No, I think all I had left was red and white.
Yeah. We had some loyal followers that followed too close and they got our stickers. We appreciate y'all watching the channel. But apparently you ain't handing the stickers out because we ain't got many more views off of it.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Hey,
I'm
thanks
gonna
for
stick
getting
one on the tailgate.
All right.
And he's like I am. He has to have a booster seat to get up in it.
Oh yeah.
Old folks can't drive Jackson vehicle.
Walking around with his backpack, he was throwing out with something.
That's all we told him about her white Blazer. There's a retractable seat, stool in here somewhere. She had a rope. She'd pull it up in the Blazer, stick it behind the seat. Then when she got ready to get out, she'd lower it back down and get out. We're gonna sticker slap his rear end too. Be like the movie Cars, where she's Max Lightning McQueen. The minivan on the butt on the way out of town. There y'all go. See it in the road now, you know where it come from.
Again, thank you, Thomas.
I wasn't working up there now, but he ain't working back here. I'm just having problems. It's fixing to be my birthday and my age is showing. All right, we'll fire it up and ride off into the sunset.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome. Yeah, so we're gonna smack the antenna. I couldn't see that high up. What do you mean it ain't gonna leave? Pull down around that much. All right, y'all, we're up here in the mountains where there is nobody to rebuild alternators and starters. So we're going to get a new one for it. So in the meanwhile, we're going to use our Auxito jump starter to jump start it because the battery is weak. So y'all look in the description below and you can pick up your own jump starter. And it just simply hooks up to your battery. And you press start. And when it's ready, the light's green. All right. Simple as that. So go on there and get y'all's today. Might have to sell Greg one to go with the truck. All right, y'all. There's another one in the books. We appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend. Go check out your Auxito jump starter. It'll be in the link below, in the description below. And get your own. As you can see, it helps on the fly. But we'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you watching.